Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Basham Yahweh Shah Basham Adawah Kodash that belong us unto the elder apostles, a great milestone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 14, titled Jonathan Attacks the Philistines. Now, it came to pass upon a day that Jonathan, the son of Saul, said unto the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over the Philistines' garrison that is on the other side. But he told not his father. And as you should know, well, if you didn't know, garrison are military occupations. That, if, for example, Esau has a lot of military occupations in other foreign countries. And in this case, the Philistines had military occupations in our lands because they had control of our lands, because we sinned against the Lord, and then the Heavenly Father sold us to the Philistines, and he sold us to other nations also. As long as we went against the Heavenly Father, he sold us unto the heathen nations, as you can see here. 1 Samuel chapter 12 verse 9, and when they forgot Yahweh their power, he sold them into the hands of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazar, and into the hand of the Philistines, and into the hand of the king of Moab, and they fought against them. Right. So that's what happens when we fight against the Lord. Then he makes the heathen nations fight against us for him, because they are the hand of the Lord, as it is written here. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. The sword of the Lord is the wicked, or the other heathen nations. The wicked is Esau. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life. Their portion is greater than ours. For example, Esau has this portion has he been given by the Lord, the fatness of the earth, Genesis 27. The heathen nations have been given this. For example, Ishmael, Genesis 17, where it says, I have blessed him. I will make him a prince, and all that type of stuff. Moab, Ammon, they also have their blessing upon the planet Earth. Now, this is the plate of the sellout jakes, for example, because they live in kind of good too. That's why you have a lot of our people. What is their goal in life? To be a rapper, to be an actor, to be an athlete, and all that type of stuff. Because it looks beautiful. It looks like something that you want to have. They want to be drug dealers. They want to be somebody with money. Well, that's that. But for the rest of the Jacob descendants, it's kind of like this. We get the crumbs that fall from their table. Whether it be the celebrity ones, or the drug dealer ones, or the, or the sellout ones. It doesn't mean that if you are kind of here, that you're a sellout or a drug dealer, because some of our people actually really work hard. But they have a lot of times, not all the times, but a lot of times they have to sacrifice themselves. They gotta, for example, tone down the way that they speak, or just like this guy, for example. Here, for example. Not all the time, but a lot of times.
What really happened on that Thursday?
What really happened on a Thursday afternoon?
Here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death. The fuck is that? Yeah.
all that shit flew out the door, and now you have him here, of course, you know, all decked out, dressed in, you know, not typical so-called, you know, how they call themselves, so-called black wearing or something like that. Stuff like this. And I'm not saying he sold out. I don't know what he did, you know, but I did. I am saying that funny. He changed himself basically for, you know, in order to fit in with the heathen nations. In this case, Esau. So you have jakes like that, but that's not a problem, because not all the time, because some of the times they are in positions in order for to help other brothers, other Israelites, actually, I should say. You know, and yeah, they might be in a high position, and he might know about the truth, or he loves his own people, and then he will help you for the betterment, you know. But others with their high profile, that's when they get the shit on you. Like these guys. These guys do that specifically. They get the shit on you. You had a Jake woman over here. What was it? You had a Jake woman over here that was talking about, nah, we don't do that. I don't lay with no Edomites. You're something with your you know, your downstairs down there has been colonized or something like that. You know, basically your sugar walls, your vagina has been colonized if you lay down with an Edomite. And they were shitting on her because they want her to be not racist. They want her to love them and their the Caucasian and their skin, because she doesn't want that. She wants dark-skinned men, brown-skinned men, and they don't want that. They want her to be non-racist. But when it comes to these Edomites, they're not saying anything about them concerning cussing out their skin color or cussing out their hair texture. They're not doing that, but they're doing it with the Jake. The Jake man and woman. You know, cussing out their hair texture and their skin texture and stuff like that. But they swear up and down that they're black. Yeah, but whatever, bro. Anyway, weirdos. And they have their portion in this life. So they have their portion in this life. They have the fatness of the earth. They have the greatness, the beauty of the earth, and all that type of stuff. Esau and the heathen nations, whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure, because they have the hidden treasures of the Heavenly Father, the riches and all the beauties. One of the hidden treasures is, you know, airplanes and islands and stuff like that. Beautiful islands that they can only go to. If you go there, you will be arrested for trespassing. They have the gems upon the planet Earth. They deck their houses up with other hidden treasures of the Lord, which is his physical hidden treasures, because the hidden treasures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is the scriptures, they don't have that. Which this is eternal life. They have a season within this carnal life that's about to be expired. They have a great season in it. They have a great season. But this is the eternal one. Gemstones, kitchens, and stuff like that. These gemstones are hidden in the earth, and you need to dig them out. And they got these things. You know, a lot of females upon the planet Earth, if they was to see a kitchen like this, they would love to cook. They would be inspired to cook. Just looking at the kitchen would make them like to be in it. Love to be in it. Probably boast to other people how great her kitchen is. But if it's a dirty kitchen, a filthy kitchen even, yeah, ain't nobody want to live here, man. Nobody wants this. You know, it's horrible. It looks horrible. Just horrible. Even if it was cleaned up, it's all cramped and all that type of stuff, you know. Anyway, Even this one is all cramped, but it looks inviting. It looks great. It's cramped, but it still looks good. So looks are a lot of things. Not everything, but yeah, definitely here you would want to cook. But I already like cooking anyway, so this here. Shh, come on, man. These are the beauty. These are the hidden beauties that Esau has and the heathen nations going on. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. We leave debt to our children, for our children. So, 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 2. And Saul tarried in the uttermost part of Gibeah, under a pomegranate tree, which is in Migron. And the people that were with him were about 600 men. And Aiah, the son of Ahitub, Ichabod's brother, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eli, the Lord's priest at Shiloh. Now this is where you have certain people, I met certain people that want to teach that Yahushua is from Ephraim because it says Shiloh. Genesis 49 and 8. No? 10. The scepter, which represents rulership, shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Now Shiloh is in Ephraim. Here. Shiloh is in Ephraim. But Shiloh is also a word. A lot of these names mean something. Shiloh means rest. So until rest comes. And what is rest? Yahushua. Because it literally says here Judah. And yet people that are one-sided will say that it is Shiloh. It is not. Shiloh means rest. Just like, but anyway, if you see my previous videos, you will know that Shechem, for example, is a city, but Shechem was a man first. He was a man. And by the way, Shechem is that man that raped Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. His name was Shechem. And his city was named Shechem. Not necessarily specifically after him, but to a certain degree, that name was put upon him there. What was put upon that place there? It's mentioned in the book of, I think Genesis 16 or 12 or something like that. Wait, let me see. Yeah, this is Shechem. It's spelled different here, yes, because that's what these Edomites do. But this is Shechem. Right. And here you can see a city, Shechem, yeah. Shechem's father, Hamor. Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hivite. See? It's a man. But it was also named a city. Here and the other one from Genesis 12. Right. So same thing with Shiloh. The word has a meaning, but it has also a place. Right. So the Lord's priest was in Shiloh, which is in Ephraim, which is where the Ark of the Covenant was at some point in time, because it switched around. Wearing an ephod, and the people knew not that Jonathan was gone, because he went to go look for trouble. And between the passages, by which Jonathan sought to go over unto the Philistines' garrison. There was a sharp rock on the one side, and a sharp rock on the other side. And the name of the one was Bozez, and the name of the other, Seneh. If I'm correct, I don't have it here? No? Okay, cool. Verse 5. The forefront of the one was situated northward, over against Michmash, and the other southward against Gibeah. Wait. Right. So you also have to understand that the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. There were a lot of wars back in those days. All the wars of Canaan. And the Israelites forgot about them in the book of Judges, for example. 3. Judges 3:1. Now these are the nations which Yahweh left, to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel had not known all the wars of Canaan. Why did he want to test them? Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war. At the least such as before knew nothing thereof. So when you have these little lovey-dovey negroids, whatever the fuck they are, the Heartstoins, for example, really want to teach our people that we need to love every fucking body. I hate that. You are at peace with everybody, yes, but why do you want the Jake woman to be with them? That's an abomination. Anyway. And when it's the other way around, because I've seen videos where where racist Karens, they call them Karens or whatever, say shit, and they don't say anything. They don't even, I don't know, they ain't trying to force them or something like that to love us. But the other way, it's just weird, man. Just looking at these people like, god damn. They really want to love their enemies, man. They love the sons of strangers. They love the daughters of strangers. They don't love themselves. Fucking crazy, man. Anyway. And when you're racist against them, they racist against you. But now you got to be racist against your own. Which, it's all good. Anyway, so, yeah. I'm not supposed to be lovey-dovey with them. We live in amongst our enemies. Don't follow after them and their customs and their feast days and stuff like that. 1 Samuel 14:6. And Jonathan said to the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that Yahweh will work for us. For there is no restraint to Yahweh to save by many or by few. And his armor bearer said unto him, Do all that is in thine heart. Turn thee, behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. Your mind. Then said Jonathan, Behold, we will pass over unto these men, and we will discover ourselves unto them. We're gonna show them that we're there. If they say thus unto us, tarry until we come to you. Then we will stand still in our place, and we will not go up unto them. But if they say thus, come up unto us, then we will go up. For Yahweh had delivered them into our hand. And this shall be a sign unto us. That's pretty bold. But yeah, I was thinking about it. He had balls. And both of the men discovered themselves unto the garrison of the Philistines. And the Philistines said, Behold, the Hebrews come forth out of the holes where they had hid themselves. And the men of the garrison answered Jonathan and his armor bearer, and said, Come up to us, and we will show thee a thing. And Jonathan said unto his armor bearer, Come up after me, for Yahweh had delivered them into the hand of Israel. And Jonathan climbed up upon his hands and upon his feet, and his armor bearer after him. And they fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer slew after him. And that first slaughter which Jonathan and his armor bearer made was about 20 men, within, as it were, a half acre of land, which a yoke of oxen might plow. So that's a big patch of land. In this white area over here. And you know how big houses can be. So there's a big area over here. And a house in the middle, for example. Probably not that big, but yeah. So he killed them. And there was trembling in the host, in the field, and among all the people. The garrison and the spoilers, they also trembled, and the earth quaked. So it was a very great trembling. The Lord did that, because the Lord was with Jonathan. Sorry? Verse 16, subtitled, The Philistines Flee. And the watchman of Saul in Gibeah of Benjamin looked, and behold, the multitude melted away, and they went on beating down one another. They were, you know, when people are so afraid that they start trampling up on each other, or they're pushing each other aside just to get away. Then said Saul unto the people that were with him, Number now, and see who is gone from us. And when they had numbered, behold, Jonathan and his armor bearer were not there. And Saul said unto Aiah, Bring hither the ark of Yahweh. For the ark of Yahweh was at that time with the children of Israel. And it came to pass, while Saul talked unto the priest, that the noise that was in the host of the Philistines went on and increased. And Saul said unto the priest, Withdraw thy hand. And Saul and all the people that were with him assembled themselves. And they came to the battle. And behold, every man's sword was against his fellow. And there was a very great discomfiture.
Discomfiture.
A feeling of unease or embarrassment, awkwardness. So what did the Lord do? He cast confusion on them. He did that in the time of Gideon. And what was it? Sorry. What was it again? He did that here too. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Mizraim, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, the angel. He sends the angel to ride on a chariot, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Mizraim shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Mizraimites against the Mizraimites, the Egyptian against the Egyptians. The modern day Egyptians are the Edomites. And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. This is happening now on a large scale. You have all these countries of these Edomites are fighting against each other, but these other heathen nations are also fighting against each other. Azerbaijan and here, these two people are fighting until 2023, but they're fighting in 2024 also. Wait. Here. 2024. You have, is Azerbaijan planning a full-scale war against Armenia? These are wars and rumors of war. This was 11 months ago. Let me see here. No, that's you have, let me see. You have the Taliban-Pakistan in war against the government of Pakistan. Oh yeah, you have this not new thing. You have this war going on in Congo, which I did a video upon a few years ago, I think 2, to explain why they're fighting. But they took that video down on the channel that I put it upon, and they don't take your website down, I mean your channel down. They just make the video not work anymore. So I have to upload it on Rumble. I'll do that then later, Lord willing. Right, then in that video I show you that this guy, how he got in power. This weak looking, skinny, oh yeah, I saw him here. This skinny looking, not even warrior built. Look, I'm not saying skinny people ain't strong, because some skinny people that beat the shit out you, boy, I'll tell you that. I'm not saying that. But if you just look at him, well, looks are deceiving too. But the point is, he's not a warrior, you know, because I've seen his background. He's not a fighter, you know, because he was here. Where was it again? Here? Look at this motherfucker. He was in the military in United States. Sons of bitches, why is it so foggy? He was being trained in the United States. That's what I know. And he was not trained as combat. He was trained to be a leader of people that are in combat. KAGAME right on military training in the United States at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, 1990, from the personal collection of President Paul KAGAME. He's a puppet. He's not an actual warrior. Wait. Right, sorry about that. Now, he was actually set up, funded as a mercenary. He was funded with money, all that type of stuff. So that's what's going on around here. A little bit in the background and stuff like that. He was sent to go kill a lot of people, and he did. He did. And I made a video about it, and I put it on YouTube, and they flagged me for harassment. They said I was harassing him. I never talked about this man in my life before that video on camera. I never talked about him on camera because I didn't know about him. And when I found out about him, that's when I made the video to alert, you know, our people that, hey, look, these wars and what's going on upon the planet Earth, because you're not going to hear these wars in the mainstream media. So we are watching the times, knowing the times that we're in. You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Be ye not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So you're warning the people, you're talking about it, so that they are uplifted in their spirit and say, yes, wars and rumors of wars is beautiful. This has to happen. People against people, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Famines, pestilences, and earthquakes. You know? All that there. And then, yeah. So I'll leave this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And yeah, so they're fighting against each other. Also in the time of Gideon. They also fought against one another. This is when we fought, if I'm correct, the Midianites. 300 men. Wait, because it says right here. Judges chapter 7, verse 22. It says, and the 300 men blew the trumpets. The 300 men were the Israelites. And Yahweh set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the host. And the host fled to Beth Shittah and Zerath, and to the border of Abdel Meholah unto Tabath. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of Manasseh, and pursued after the Midianites. So what did the Lord do? The Lord set them up against each other and made them kill themselves through confusion. Now, when I was younger, I was playing this game called Final Fantasy VII. It's not Confusion spell, but Final Fantasy VII. Confu. So you had this skill, this E skill, but it's also somewhere. It's also somewhere else. It's actually magic, you know, but you have a skill of it too. But anyway, the point is that you had these enemies, then you were with 3 characters, you know, you can change characters and stuff like that. You had a band of 3 that you had a band of 7 or something, but you could take 3 at the time. But the point is, the computer would cast confusion on maybe this one or this one or this one, and then you would end up attacking your own people. And I always found that so stupid. I'm like, what the fuck? But he's confused. So he doesn't know who his enemy is. And since I learned the scriptures, of course, I always thought of this thing in the 96. In the 1990s. I always thought about, wow, so that is what that was. I never knew that. But now I know, you know. Now I know. So that was basically things that happened in the biblical times. And we are still in biblical times, by the way. But I mean ancient biblical times. So that was funny, just to know. Right. So the Lord did that again. I already showed 3 accounts. Here. Here. And here. Let me see. Every man's sword was against his fellow. The Lord made them kill each other. And that's funny. 21. Moreover, the Hebrews that were with the Philistines before that time, which went up with them into the camp from the country round about, even they also turned to be with the Israelites that were with Saul and Jonathan. So let me read it again. Wait. Right, here you can see something as an example. So, here. Hebrews chapter 14, sorry, 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 21. Moreover, the Hebrews that were with the Philistines before that time went up with them into the camp from the country round about. Even they also turned to be with the Israelites that were with Saul and Jonathan. So they returned after they saw these things happen. Now, whether they were taken captive and forced to fight against the Israelites, I don't know. Or whether they were sellouts and then started to reconsider, like, shit, hey, let's go on the winning side. I would think the first one. They were forced to fight against their people. I don't know. It could be. It may be 60-40. Because here in the book of Judith, chapter 5, you will see that Enkior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, right? He started to teach them about the Israelites. He said, Judith 5:5, then said Enkior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my lord, he was talking to Holofernes, the king of the army of Ashur, which is Assyria. Here. This is what he said. Let my lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people. So he was about to tell the truth, right? Which dwelleth near thee, and inhabited the hill countries. And there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. This people are descended of the Chaldees, and they sojourned heretofore in Mesopotamia, which is the land of Shinar, which is where the four rivers are, which is the land, the Garden of Eden, mentioned in the book of Genesis 2. Here, it says here, eastward in Eden. Eden is is paradise, is earth. So the whole earth is Eden. But eastward of Eden is where the Euphrates River is. Gihon, Pison, Pison, Hikadel, where there is gold and bdellium and onyx and more precious stones, by the way. That's why Esau is robbing that land over there. That's why the Suez Canal makes here. Not just only that reason, by the way. The daily revenue of the Suez Canal is 15 million US dollars. It seems empty. It does. But there's a lot of stuff going on around there. You don't see the rest of it. They only show these pictures, which look like a damn desert, because they built this. So the water doesn't go inland anymore. It just goes through. Because if it went inland, things could grow, like how you see here. Little patches of green and stuff like that. Yeah, but I did a video on that, so I'm gonna leave that. Anyway. So there is where it is. Euphrates. And that's, you have it there. Euphrates. It means land between the rivers. Tigris and Euphrates rivers, but the two other ones also, because there was 4 mentioned in Genesis 2. So it came from there. And then he explained everything. The point is he explained everything. Let me see here. 17. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hated iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground. 1 Ezra chapter 1. And their cities were taken by the enemy. Basically, but now they turn to Yahweh. So don't fight against them. Then they wanted to kill him. Because he said that. Here it comes. Judith 6:2. And who art thou, Enkior, and the hirelings of Ephraim? Who were they going to fight? The Israelites. So you had hireling Israelites that took money to go and fight in the armies of Ashur. You had them here too. Isaiah 36. Now, whether this guy was an Israelite that hated being Israel, I'm not 100% sure on that, because I can't find really scriptures. I do find outside resources about it, but I need to study that a little bit more before I go and say what he was. But the scripture does give you a hint. Here. Isaiah 36:11. Then said Eliakim and Shebna and Joah, which were Jews. It says it somewhere here. Maybe it's in another chapter, because it's mentioned again in 1 Kings somewhere. But we were fighting against the king of Assyria. And Reb-Kashah is a title. It's not a name. The title given to the chief cupbearer is not a name. Now, you can call it a name, but it's actually a title. Here. His title is a title, meaning chief of the prince's cupbearers. Chief of the prince's cupbearers. It's not a name. Just like the president. President Bill Clinton. President is not his name. Or Rabshakeh, sorry. It's not his name. First, going on. Speak. Said unto Rabshakeh. Sorry. Speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Aram language. For we understood it. They say that Yahushua spoke this language because Abraham spoke this language. He says it right here. He shows it right here. Genesis 24. 3. And I will make thee to swear by Yahweh, the power of heaven, and the power of earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell, but thou shalt go unto my country and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. Where did he come from? Verse 10. And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master, which was Abraham. and departed. For all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose, and where did he go? And he went to Mesopotamia, unto a city of Nahor. What city? Genesis 11:31. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife. And they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees. Here. This is the land of Shinar, known in the Hebrew. In the Greek, it is known as Mesopotamia. Right, so this place is known in the Greek as Mesopotamia. But in the Hebrew, it's known as the land of Shinar. Hebrew to English, I should say. Right, going on. To go into the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran. So, Haran was a man which was the brother of Abraham, but he died. But there was a place named Haran, and they dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Genesis 12:1. Now Yahweh had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. Here it shows you that Abraham went away from Haran into the land of Canaan, where he came to Shechem. And here I have an example. So here you can see Padan Aram, Syria. This word Aram, they changed it into Syria. You can catch that here. The name Syria, Assyria, Mesopotamia, Babylon, Egypt, Phoenicians, etc. stem from the Greeks. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. The old, true, and single name of these lands is Aram, not Syria. You can read here. And from Aram, the Arameans, which are also called Syriac. Aram had Armenians, which the Greeks called Syriac. Right, so you can go on and on because it goes for very long. All these people, they're quotes from ancient history. All of them. All the Edomites here that the modern day Edomites still respect until this day. And from here on, you have the Armenian scholars, which they also respect, but not as much as how they uphold these German, Berlin, German, Iraq, this Iraq guy. I think it was an Edomite living there. Yeah, that one. Greek. All of them say these things going on. So that place was Haran. And as you can see here, Genesis 25:20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian. He was from that region of Padan Aram, that place. This is Aram, the sister to Laban, the Syrian, which is Aram. That language is what they spoke. And if you read here, Isaiah 36, you will see it. Then said Eliakim and Shebna and Joah unto Rabshakeh, which I think was an Israelite, speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Syrian language, Aram language, for we understand it. So we could understand it because our forefather Abraham spoke it. He came from there. And speak not unto us in the Jews' language, in the ears of the people that are on the wall. But Rabshakeh said, had my master sent me to thy master, and to thee to speak these words? Had he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, that they may eat their own dung, their own shit, and drink their own piss with you? Basically, eat shit and die. Then Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language, and said, hear ye the words of the great king, the king of Ashur. So clearly, he spoke Aram language for Ashur. And you can catch that here. Here. Genesis 22. 10:22. The children of Shem, Elam, Ashur, and Arphaxad, Elud, and Aram. I'm sorry. Gen 10. It says 22. Ashur. Hebrew 804. Assyria. Ashur. Okay, and then Aram, Hebrew 758. Hebrew 758. Aram. Arameans. Syria. Syrian. Okay, so what did he speak? Ashur spoke the language of Aram because that region was called Aram. So they spoke that language. Right. So the point is he was able to speak this language. And he didn't, because he wanted to speak the language of Aram. But he was from Ashur, fighting for the king of Ashur. Right. So, Judith 6:2. And who art thou, Anchior, and the hirelings of Ephraim, that thou hast prophesied against us as today, and hast said that we should not make war with the people of Israel, because their power will defend them. And who is God but Nebuchadnezzar? So they were serving Nebuchadnezzar. That was their God. Just like they said, just like the Israelites said, Caesar is my God. Him will I follow, not this Yahushua, not him. And these were not the only Israelites. They were Moabites. They were Canaanites, they were Ammonites, and a few more. Right, so going back over here. I hope I explained that good. Now, 1 Samuel 14:21. Moreover, the Hebrews that were with the Philistines before that time, which went up with them into the camp from the country round about, even they also turned to be with the Israelites that were with Saul and Jonathan. So, just like how you had hirelings of Ephraim trying to fight against the rest of the Israelites back in those days, same thing you had here in the book of 1 Samuel 14:21, verse 22. Oh, it's a lot. Likewise, all the men of Israel which had hid themselves in Mount Ephraim. I was just reading about Ephraim in Judith 6. What? Whoa. Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry. This one. When they heard that the Philistines fled, even they also followed hard after them in the battle. So they came too. So Yahweh saved Israel that day, and the battle passed over unto Bethaven, which is here, somewhere around here, because they even put a question mark. Going on, verse 24, subtitled, Jonathan breaks Saul's oath. Wait, I'll stop the video here, and then I will read the rest until 52. Let me see something. Yeah, in my Bible I have chapters. I mean, I have titles and subtitles. So titles of the chapter and subtitles within them. But not all chapters have that in my book. Right. Where was I? 24. Okay, cool.